morning. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Monday, September 1st. Happy Labor Day to everyone. We're going to start off today with the chart of the USO. That's the United States Oil Fund. This is the way you play the moves in crude oil. As I speak, crude oil is down large in overseas trading, down $4.50 a barrel. Gustav looks like it's going to mostly miss Louisiana. It's been downgraded, and the oil speculators are running for the hills. Interesting side note, just to show you how crooked this market is, NYMEX decided yesterday that they were going to open trading for crude oil futures so they could try and jam the prices, and they actually got prices up to $118 a barrel yesterday. They're 110 right now, so yet again, the crooks use thin OTC market overseas to manipulate prices. This time, the manipulation is on the downside. Major breakdown on the USO and oil right at the 200-day moving average. That's $110 oil where we're at right now, and 90 on the USO. Major downside targets if we lose this support. Head and shoulder breakdowns. As I mentioned back at the July-June highs, oil is going down to the 80s by election. I mean, it was just a matter of what the excuse is. They can't get oil to move no matter what they do. Like it was throughout the early part of this year, running the market up on any kind of news. Now the trade is running it down on any kind of news. So we should see some positive market reaction tomorrow just based on oil. Dow 15-minute chart, we've redrawn the bullish falling wedge. Resistance is now 11,700. Support remains down at 11,300. If we actually flip to the daily chart, we're still in this wider bearish rising wedge. Support is the 50-day moving average. That's at 11,450. Resistance 11,800. If we are able to get a break up over here, then we could see an early September move to 12K. As I said, still expecting a significant sell-off sometime in September, October, but it doesn't mean they can't jam the market ahead of time. As I've also mentioned, as you can see, volume has been decreasing as we've been rallying off the July lows, which is not very bullish. We still have an uptrend in unbalanced volume. We still have an uptrend in stochastics. So, until we see this 11,400 area break, the move is up. Again, NASDAQ bullish percent index is up in the overbought danger zone. So, even though we're going to play some stocks, we're doing it with an eye on a market tank is coming inevitably. It's just a matter of when it happens. Stock plays. IMMU. A lot of the plays are just ones we're watching. The charts don't look that fantastic, but they don't look bad. And if we do get a market rally, they're the kind of stocks that could go big. IMMU released earnings on the QT on Thursday. Stock actually held up very well. It ended red on the day, but that was all, small volume selling, really small volume selling late in the day, which is immaterial given it was right before the holiday weekend. Stops 207 on this one. If stops trigger on it, what is likely to happen is stops trigger and then it runs, so just keep that in mind. Sirius, we're getting to an inflection point here. We're either going to see a big break up or a breakdown. Stops 129. I still say it's going to be a break up. So, we were looking great on Thursday, ready to break out, and then the market was iffy ahead of the long weekend. Would not be surprised to see this one gap open tomorrow. OPWV, Open Wave Systems, another one that's got a nice symmetrical triangle in place. 138 support. 155 breakout, getting pretty tight here and ready for a move. This is a $2 stock. It's just a matter of when it wakes up and realizes that it is. Stochastics are right at support, so technicals are ready for this 1-2 bounce. LSCC, this is our SMH semiconductor play. We've got a double bottom in place here. Likes to gap every day. Loves its 20-day exponential. That's at 250. So if you can grab a scalp position anywhere under 235, you're looking at least a 10-cent scalp with a little bit of patience. Indicators are all oversold on this one. Again, this is pretty much the scenario for all the plays right now. Oversold stocks looking for a market bounce. new play to keep an eye on is VNDA. It's a biotech company, got destroyed at the end of July. Their schizophrenia drug got denied by the FDA. They've been doing that a lot lately with schizo drugs. But these guys have $65 million in cash, 28 million market cap. They've got another phase 3 drug that they're getting ready to submit to the FDA. Might be one we could see a nice little, 15-20% bounce back on. Stops would be 105, target entry 110 under, 131 support. RSI's coming out of the basement, stochastics coming out of the basement. Just another bottomed out chart that would be a tiny nibble play with pretty tight stops on it. Maybe give it rope to 101 depending on your entry, whether it's 105 or 109. And that's pretty much it for the video. Oil tank looks really, really good for the market, at least for a gap tomorrow in a lot of our plays. Dollar is very strong and looking ready to break out big time, which further solidifies the idea that oil is going into the crapper into the November elections. Happens every year. Looks like this year is going to be no different. Only this time we're going to be a lot higher than we were last year, but prices are on the decline. They couldn't even use a hurricane to get oil prices up, so that tells you what game the crooks have gotten into now. It's sell, 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 sell every single bounce and suck as many people in as they can. But oil price drop looks good for the open tomorrow, and then we'll see what the market brings us if it holds. And that's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.